I just had a thought of something else I said should ask you in terms of my normal interview flow. This is way out of place, but we're going to go for it anyways. Scott, I know you went into some of the difficult places that have been affected by riots and just the unrest that we've seen this year. Any stories or testimonies you'd want to share in terms of some of the places you guys have gone in 2020?
Yeah, so I mean, the States has been going through a crazy season, and I've found myself in close to where a lot of the craziness has been going on. So Seattle is only a couple of hours drive from me, and the chop zone, CHAZ zone, as it was called originally. As you guys know, I'm sure that was quite crazy. There was a lot of crazy things happening. There were people that were killed there in that autonomous zone. So I was invited to go and to partner with my friend Daniel Calenda, who wrote the foreword in this book. His ministry, Christ for All Nations, had a team of boot camp graduates who went to take the gospel there. So I partnered with them. I took a Jesus at the Door team, and we worked together as two teams. And we spent, there was 3 days on the ground there, and it was incredible to see what the Lord did. I mean, in the ground zero calendar, Anderson Park on I think it was day 2. Our team were baptizing people in an inflatable dinghy in that park. We saw a lot of people come to Jesus. A lot of people accept the Lord. Some of their own self-appointed security guards were led to the Lord. So it was an incredible time that we saw the power of God move there. And it was crazy. There's people getting punched and knocked out on the floor. There's fights happening everywhere. It was literally a clash of kingdoms. And then we went to the Portland riots on 2 occasions. I took a team there. First time we went, it was very, very extremely dark. Well, both times, but the first time extremely dark. We met outside the courthouse where the riots were taking place, and there was all these Antifa guys. Crowds of them, and I went in with my team, and we literally just took the gospel to them, and we saw 2 individuals come to the Lord. One was a guy from LA who'd come in especially for the riots, a BLM guy that was very much involved, and he accepted the Lord. Another guy accepted the Lord on the obelisk where the witches carried out their incantations at the beginning of the riots and the whole thing. We led a guy to the Lord, stood on that statue. And then we went in the second time with a team of 15, a Jesus at the Door team of 15, and we actually took the gospel to those guys. It was crazy. It was the only night 93. It was the only night that there was no rioting and no violence. It was our second time going in. And we believe is because we're carriers of the presence of God. So going in there, 15 of us, in the midst of those Antifa people, we believed that we shifted an atmosphere. It was crazy. One of the Antifa main guys came over to me and he said, "Are you going to cause trouble here tonight?" Because he knew us from before. And I'm like, "We didn't cause trouble last time. We're not going to cause trouble this time." He's like, "Okay, we know who you are. We don't want you causing any trouble." I'm like, "Listen, we just come to bring the love of Jesus." As we walk down the streets, 3 of the anti guys were whispering, talking behind us. They said, "Do you know that guy?" And the other guy was like, "No." And then he's like, "Do you not recognize his accent?" So basically, they began to be familiar with us because we came in there, I guess, with an approach that's slightly different to maybe other approaches.